So, I recently got back from PAX. I knew I couldn't stream till today. And I was thinking about doing Eco Warrior. That didn't go so well. So I sat down for about an hour, just wanting to play. I see you guys. What's up, everybody? I'm be honest, I'm a bit rusty. And I was just like, let me do something, let me just do something easy. And it didn't work out. What's going on, everybody? So yeah, so I sat down for about an hour and, I tried putting something together for you guys. I wasn't recording at the time. I just wanted to show you what happened. So I don't really know any other way to say this other than let's kick over to Cashew. Spent about an hour with Tex Hammer and photo editing software. And pay no attention to the sword behind the skull, chat. Look. There's no sword there. I told you his status changed, and nobody wanted to believe me. You guys all said I was lying, but I spent an hour in a photo editing software and using Tex Hammer, and I made a new icon for Cashew. I didn't end up doing Eco Warrior like I said I was going to do. So instead, we have a new icon. So I hope everybody enjoys it. I've been telling the truth this whole time I've been live. What's up, chat? Dude, Eco Warrior is rude sometimes. It's a crossbone, yeah. That's where you lost yours, Azvik? That sucks. I see a lot of chatter going on. I'll just say hi, everybody. It's good to see you again. The PAX was great. After 750 levels, you did 10 out of the 15. Oh no. Cashew is a tough nut to crack. Agreed. Oh, a lot of 60s and a 26. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Dang, okay, I see. Yo, Shane, thank you for the 26 months. Oh, I remember we were talking about the Cabrican's axe. And it's compared to the Dark Steel, we have 43, 281. You got 42, 288, but you get 4 accuracy and additional effect slow for 400k. YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button. You know, if you want to see more custom icons in Final Fantasy XI, you know, hit that like button, and I might make something else in the future, you know? We might just hatch a chocobo today as well. So, genuinely... wontons. Look at the icon above Cashew. Bahamut? Absolutely no sword behind the skull. Alright. Let's sell some of the crap in my inventory. I actually don't have a set plan. Normally, you guys, we start these streams off, and I'm like, okay, today we're going to do such and such a thing. But honestly, I'm back from PAX. It was a blast. I'll talk about it throughout the day. But yeah, I'm just gonna do some leveling. Probably we might look to missions. Did the devs do that to hardcore? No, I did it myself. Thank you, Izagi, for the Prime sub. Appreciate you guys. Yeah. Rock on. Thank you. Yeah, I just took Sithel's pivot file for XIView, and I just threw a skull over it. One day, how much inventory do I have, actually? I really need to get rid of some of these. I really need to sit down and synth some of these mats. Oh, I wanted to throw... Oh, is Amamit... Oh, I gotta put it in my XML. Or, yeah, XML. So yeah, it's just gonna be like data say what's up. Yeah. Like I said, do some leveling and maybe actually do Eco Warrior if anybody if there's any shouts for the one I need. I think I need specifically Sandy. But how have you guys been, man? What's been up? I feel like I've been gone forever. Amulet Mantle +1. Try Crawler's Nest today? Let's do that. How was PAX, Dave? What's up, Akira? Let's go try Crawler's Nest. Why not? I don't know, man. How good was it for the, like, 1 hour, 2 hours that I was there before I saw you? Is this Horizon, Tofi? Yeah. Yo, glad to hear. I just saw my LS mate run by. That's great. All right, how am I looking on cookies? I got plenty of food. I just need cookies. Or plenty of jugs. Weapons, ammo, and miscellaneous ammunition. No, pet items. Yeah, no, Rock on Izagi, is that the same, is that the interview that you had scheduled last week? Or are you just, like, rolling in, like, callbacks and stuff right now? Absorbent Play says, I got X's Knife yesterday after LS has been running probably 6 months. Yo, that's how long it took me. X's Knife just did not want to drop. It was a wild amount of time. Gave you a heart attack? Oh, gotcha, Izagi. Nice. Glad to hear. Glad to hear things are looking up. You crashed and almost didn't get your dagger? Yo! That's terrifying. Let's go to lower. I'm glad you were there with more than one other person. If it was just you and if you were duoing it, boom. Shot. Not an April Fool's gag, but there's a NASA mission launch happening in 3.5 hours. You can view it live. It's going to the moon? Wait, what? No, come on now. What? Yeah, this, I mean... oh, I need food, actually. All right, we'll just grab a hedgehog pie and then be good to go. Assuming that this isn't an April Fool's joke, which it might not be, because the thing about rocket takeoffs is they have to be planned around perfect weather. This is something that I remember learning like as a kid. Food, meals, meat, and eggs. So it may just like literally be the particular launch day with the weather is cooperating. All right. Well, I'll believe it when I see it. But yes. They did post rebase. Yes, the X's Knife fight is different. Chat, you should be aware of this. I have not done it myself personally, but I have seen a number of testimonies. And I think the TLDR is that you can Ellie seal Sleepga, but you can't rely on Beast Sleep or Bard Sleep anymore. I believe that's accurate. So, in other words, the sort of cheese strat version, not cheese necessarily, but like the sort of like lowish man. version of doing that fight is not as good. And I'll say this too. The other thing that I'm aware of, again, haven't done it myself, the Wyvern will use Healing Breath for a heck of a lot of health. So you need to be like focusing the Beastmaster first, I believe. Just don't go in like your pre-rebase. So yeah, I went to PAX, you guys. We focused Wyvern last, and even burning it down isn't easy. So much healing. Wow. So do you not... Okay, Absorb, do you not destroy the Beastmaster and then destroy the Wyvern and be good to go? Or what would you say... what would you say is the play there involving the Wyvern? But yeah, I met up with GM Dave and Druin over in Boston. We went for the Saturday, just the Saturday. Wait, I'm not quite there yet. What am I doing? And had a really great time. I have never been to a PAX, the video game PAX, but I've been to PAX Unplugged. And it was one of my favorite cons I've ever gone to. And that was like 2019 or something like that, 2018 maybe. It was like the first or second PAX, I forget. A PAX Unplugged. And I did not expect PAX East to just basically be the same vibe. Just like, it was like, honestly, it was half as much tabletop gaming as it was video gaming. That's the part that surprised me. I just assumed like there would be the PAX East and West were just like the video game convention. And then PAX Unplugged was the tabletop gaming convention. But it absolutely had such a huge tabletop element that was just so fun and so cool. And exactly the vibe I look for when I go to a con. You do Y and X first. Well, X would be X's knife. So, right? So X is the Beastmaster. Y is the dark. And you just, I see, you just do one person tanks thing. Okay. Cool. What's going on, Trish? Yeah, so I would absolutely go to PAX East again next year. Like I said, exactly the vibe I'm looking for in a con. I went, we played a bunch of games of Commander. We looked at some booths. I got to see, if anybody's familiar with the Cyberpunk 2077 TCG that just got kickstarted, that had a demo there, and we actually, it was wild. Both that I like this track. The Cyberpunk TCG and the Riot. The Riot CCG were both so booked. You could not get a practice game in with either. Oh, these are easy prey? Right at the front here? Oh, just the one. All right, I'm not going to bother with it then. Honestly, it was a lot better than Comic-Con, better atmosphere and layout. We didn't play Bracket 5, Dave. We played Bracket 4. Maybe there's a world where one of our decks could have played in Bracket 5 and been okay. Probably the one that you had in your hand. But even then, that was really a Bracket 4 deck. But the difference between 3 and 4 is pretty stark if your decks are built properly. What is the loop that people recommend here? What kind of targets are we looking for? Oh, Jano, as you can see, Cashew's status is dead. Exit B. Do the donut. Gotcha. Just the donut. Gotcha. I mean, look at his status icon, chat. I don't know how else to describe it. How did he meet his end? Excellent question. So first thing I had to do... No, you're right. First thing I had to do was Google search skull emoji. And then I had to paste that into my photo editing software. But what's really difficult, and here's actually the difficult part, right? When you use TextHammer to extract a PNG from a DAT file in Final Fantasy XI, you actually have to use software to convert that PNG into a DDS file before reinserting it into a DAT. So after I added the skull emoji to the DAT file, or to the PNG, I had to export it through paint.net. Then I could insert it back into, let's see, ROM. ROM 119.51.dat. Yeah. So I had to insert it into there, and then I had to load the game. Whoops. So yeah, so I did have a little bit of issues when I exported in the wrong DDS format. You okay, pal? And I had to figure out which one to export in. So, why hedgehog pie over sushi? So, two things. Hedgehog pie, 3 hours long. I know that's not really a good answer. It has a whole bunch of HP attached to it. It's like 60 health. It's got a good attack value. It's got 5 accuracy. And I'm fighting easy praise. So you really want attack food anyway. Because you want your rampages to basically do half their life total. And on top of that, I'm already pretty capped on accuracy with my gear. Now, yes, would my pet hit rate go up? Yeah, but I think my pet's at like 86. Add-on, load, parse. Yeah, so Cashew is dead, not dead, undead, alive, dead. Still going while dead, not dead, is accurate. to the situation of his demise. Yes. But Galka's just reincarnate. Let's go. What meds do I usually carry with me? So I have... Oh, there's so many mobs. Wait a second. Yeah, that's right. This mob density is insane in here. I forget. And, like, people only usually level at certain areas of it. And at, and only on certain mobs. Yeah, so I carry Vile Elixir, a Vile Elixir +1, 4 high potions, Echo Drop, Remedy, Antidote is huge. If you screw up and get poisoned and don't have an antidote, that may just, you may just have to, like, warp. Why Saber instead of Sheep? I think post rebase, there's no super reason to use one over the other, unless you need the utility that it offers. And honestly, Cashew and Siravarde are like a duo. Like, how iconic is that? Most of the HP down here is one a tick. Yeah. No, I'm not super worried about it here necessarily, and considering you can just aim the Hornflies. But you just should not be caught without antidotes. Was Sheep nerfed? No, I think it just... I think Sheep is just a little tankier, and Cat is a little bit more, has a little more attack maybe. I don't know. How much EXP per hour is this? You know, that's a great question. I'll just load points. I'm trying to get some crap off of my screen, but... That's fine. Yeah, to me, if I don't need the crowd control, I don't know, like, I don't really have a valid reason for using Sheep over Tiger, but I would be open to if somebody had a suggestion. As to why. Oh, you know, I should keep names on. Cashew's got a new status icon, man. I don't want to hide it. Tokenis, hello. I'm gonna need a Cashew fanfic rap from you, Nathan King, sir. You'll have it done on February 29th? Perfect. 27K an hour. Nah. Give it like a half hour to settle. So I'm assuming you would not go to places like Kuftal or other places where you can spawn those crazy roaming NMs. No, you wanna be picky when you're on hardcore, for sure. I mean, even down here there's Frank. So like, I won't be going to the side where Frank is under any circumstances. Frank is friendly? Yeah, he just wants to get to know you. He just wants to get to know you by sound. That was a pretty weak rampage. It didn't even sound strong. That rampage even sounded weak, chat. Maybe there was no crits in it or something? I don't know. Does it sound different if it crits? Oh, Frank isn't aggressive? What's going on, Xander? Did I see the emergency maintenance? No. I call bullshit. There is an emergency maintenance in 2 hours. From Beastie. To address server instability. What you think, chat? Remove Tarus from the game. They're adding mime? Dude. Dude. I still do think Chemist is within the realm of doable. Even by private server standards, I think there's ways you could borrow from other job traits and job abilities. You wouldn't be able to add it to any menus, but how would mime work in 11? Legit question, chat. Oh, is it the, did the official 11 account do something fun? They had a great one, like last year or the year before. Actually, maybe even both years. Oh. We'll have to look at that. We'll do some CN, and then we'll, targeted copying. Oh, I kind of love this. All right, hold on. We're gonna kill this crawler and then go back to the entrance. What is my inventory getting filled with, dude? Oh. Crystals and mushrooms and shit. I forgot to refresh my signet. All right, 6K an hour seems more accurate, and that's with ring on. So, you know, that's like Beast solo experience. That's like what you get as Beast solo. Oh, ads incoming? All right, when we're back from Twitch ads, I will pull up the official Square Enix. April Fools. And we'll take a look at Mime, amongst other things. All right. Will this aggro? Probably. Let's just kill it anyway. It's easy prey. It won't. Do the workers not aggro? Okay. Appreciate that. All right. I think this is it. Okay, yeah. Is this year's? Yeah, okay. Here we go, chat. All right, this is this year's official from Square Enix for retail April Fool's joke stuff. They always do a good job with this, and like honestly, if you're just a fan of 11 in general, usually this is at least good, but like sometimes you kind of need a little bit of context for you know, retail stuff if you're mainly like a Horizon player or a private server player, right? So what you'll find is actually some of this is real, but without like checking the forums or like asking people here in chat who are retail players, it's going to be hard to know what is actually implemented in game and what's a joke, or it'll be very clear what is actually implemented in or what's actually a joke, right? But you can see, look, the joyous tidings of spring have arrived even in the furthest reaches of Vana'diel. That is sky, and those are cherry blossom trees in sky. I could see this one being real. I don't actually know. Again, this is just for fun. If it is or isn't, either way, good stuff. The Yagido of Castle Ostroja enjoyed last year's vacation and have taken time off yet again to spread their wings. Literally no Yagido in Castle Oz is kind of funny. I don't know if that one's real or not. The BGM in Dynamis Zarkabard may have been changed temporarily. May? I wonder what that is. Ramanel has attained faster than light travel. Ramanel has attained FTL and is no longer visible. Rather than use his this extraordinary ability to visit the stars and beyond, he remains loyal to his delivery duties in southern Sandoria. This is, I think, a reference to last year where the joke job that they added to the game was like delivery man, I believe, involved Ramanel. So apparently he has limit breaked on his job and it can now do FTL. The following changes have been made to Mog Gardens. Powerful entities can now be hired to guard the Mog Garden. Mog Garden is like an individual home, an individual thing you can access from your Mog house in retail, where you can like raise animals and you can grow crops. It sounds more fun than it is. It's like a cool little thing, but isn't really relevant. But it is nice to have your own little garden. I think the monster rearing thing is kind of cool. You kind of get your own Tamagotchi pets sort of thing. Yeah, petting them during guard duty is strictly forbidden. That is Kate Sith in the background. So they're saying not to pet the kitty. The grocery courier service Kupo Fresh is now available. Kupo Fresh delivers newly harvested fruits and vegetables straight to your doorstep with heartfelt messages from the tradesfolk who grew them. Kupo. That's great. Okay. They could have called it Vana'diel's. You know, if they were going to pick a name, I think Vana'diel's was right there. But they went with Kupo Fresh. This probably isn't true, but it might be. There might be like something in the D boxes of all the players. What's going on, Terrafim? Naji has landed yet another job, doing what he does best. In quotes, I can't be considered a doorman if there's no door, right? Oh my gosh, they've got Naji guarding the elevator in C. Oh, I wonder if he's actually there in retail. Maybe we'll take a look at the forums after this and see which one of these. I'll say this, chat. Take your guesses while we're going through these as to which ones you think actually happened and which ones are just jokes. And then we'll go through the forums and we'll figure out, we'll see what actually they changed or not. Is Naji actually here? Who knows? A new brown magic spell can be cast by Pariki Paranki in Lower Juno. Punomo is a potent spell. Chat, who knows Japanese and can say what Punomo means? Is a potent spell that retains active food effects indefinitely, even through KO and logout. Dude, Altana's Repast just got cracked. Side effects include the inability to consume other food items, as well as abdominal discomfort until the spell is lifted. That is so funny. You guys actually, what's Poo no more is what it means? Love it. It's anti-diarrheal. Legitimately, this makes attempting things like master trials better. If this is real, if they really added this, you guys not know about the brown mage? What's funny about this is there is a brown mage in Lower Juno, in both retail and Horizon. This is not a joke. Like, I mean, part of this is, but you can go to the brown mage, you can give them a Giesel green, which upsets your stomach. Yeah, it upsets your stomach and it causes your food to go away. Real thing, chat. So what they're saying here, a new brown magic spell can be cast, and this one is basically anti-diarrheal. In celebration of our 24th year of service, we are excited to announce the debut performance of Sand Spins, the all-worm pop star group. What? Well, antacids is good for removing food, Trish, but if the new spell allows you to keep your Altana's Repast, that would be helpful for like master trials and stuff. So you could like log out, wait for your SPs to reset, or go reset your SPs and not have to keep buying Altana's Repast. This is funny. It's like a K-pop group. It's a play on Sandstorm. Wait, does it say? Oh, hold on. Okay, so it's like a K-pop group or whatever, a J-pop, I guess. A special meet and greet event will be held in celebration of the premiere. Event tickets will be exclusively available from the Tenshodo, along with special bonuses for purchasing a certain number of merchandise. At 3, you get the Feeler Shake. I don't even know. Is this supposed to hit you? 9 is a full force blow kiss. 11 is a gastric love bomb. Oh, I see. These are plays on the worm abilities. Mudstream Embrace may result in KO. I don't think this one's real, chat. I will say that. It seems like it could be, but I don't know what merchandise you'd be buying. Maybe fireworks and stuff? I'd be curious to see if this one is real, but I bet you they just use a move on you. I don't know. This one's weird, but it's kind of funny. It's pretty specific. What's up, Morgan? Morgan, we're going over the April Fools from SE right now. Some actual retail stuff going on. All right, Fafnir and Kieran have ventured out of their usual domains. Roused by visions of a faraway realm, these powerful foes are determined to display their might. Adventurers are requested to investigate and suppress these sudden threats. I like how they went with like era lock styles and stuff. Well, actually, they just went with trusts. That's what they did. This seems like it'd be real, yeah. Oh, that next one is hilarious. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Chat, we have Shintoro shenanigans going on in the next screen. That one was already in. Based on the 14 crossover. Oh, okay. No, you're right. I remember reading about that. Yes, I just read a headline, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Thank you. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, so that one's already weird, we know. Look at this, though. Our investigations thus far seem to indicate that these events are related to an enormous Tarutaru who is terrorizing the distant but familiar realm. This is a 14 crossover reference. Maybe even a spoiler? Because this is not Lower Juno in 11. This is Lower Juno in 14. And Shintoro is looming over it. Sadly, yeah. I mean, hey, look, this is fun though. I like this. The new Gates to Paradise battlefield has been added. Oh no! I hope this is real, dude. It's the what's it called? It's from Salvage that just spawn random mobs and like they're somehow tied to the salvage mechanics. Giant Shintoro was a fake crossover event a decade ago in 14. Okay, but yeah, but maybe there's some kind of reference here to the new raid as well. I don't know. I'd be interested to see if there's tie-in, Cammy. But yeah, that's interesting too. This is great. I would love a random RNG Gates spitting out mobs battlefield. That sounds like a good time. A new Gilgamesh Gambit weapon skill has been added. A massive collection of rare weapons will appear from thin air, hurl them at enemies. That's got to be fake, right, chat? That one can't be real. It does sound awesome. Like every attack launches a weapon or something. A new job, Mime, is now available. Here it is. Okay, this is the meat. This is what I was looking for. Mimics. Mimes are master of imitation. Copying other party members, enemies, and even NPCs for both combat and entertainment purposes. The capabilities of a well-practiced mime transcends mere disguise and approaches true embodiment. Charades. Doesn't do an impression of the last ability used. Oh, let me see if I can get this. I don't think I can. We're going to be... Might have to, like, move back and forth on this. Charades. Do an impression of the last ability used. Observe. Observe the target's behaviors. Vocal percussion. Vocally imitate The sound effects of a weapon skill. Fun to use at parties. Copycat. Copy the last ability used by any party member or enemy. Okay, so that is literally like the last ability used. On retail, I'm going to tell you guys right now, on like Horizon or something, or like Private, or like Era, let's just say Era, if you had this ability, you could actually like time it well. But man, the abilities are used so often in modern retail, like you'd have to really coordinate Copycat for it to work. It sounds cool on paper, but on retail, it'd be like, okay, what did you get? I got freaking Third Eye. I don't know. You don't use Third Eye. Mirroring copies the next enhancement effect used by any party member or enemy. That's interesting. What would that be useful for? If a Rune Fencer cat uses their embolden, the emboldened phalanx, maybe you would copy it. Oh, here we go. I can read both. No, it's still not good. Parody goads an enemy into attacking you by by a mocking impression of them. Dude, it's provoke, but it's called parody. You call someone a chicken wuss. You know? Mimic copies the target appearance. At 75, you gotta wait till 75 to copy their appearance. I guess that's the payoff for getting to 75. 96 is punishing meteor. Unleashes a devastating barrage of meteors on the enemy. Can only be used when your HP is below 25%. Yo, chat. We're gonna need some serious... I actually want to know, is it... In retail, you could probably do this where you have a set of gear swaps that land you at 25% health after you've made all the swaps. I bet you it's doable. 50% is easy. 25%, that's got to be doable. That's got to be, honestly, I don't even know if it would take that much work. So you hit your equip sets, and bam, you have access to Meteor. Doppelganger copies the target's every move. That seems sweet, too. All right, here's the job traits. Attentive. At level 5, it adds vocal sounds to charades. Life of the party increases appreciation for entertainment and humor. Okay. Boldness increases resistance to stage fright. Dude, once you've been leveling your job long enough, you got resistance to stage fright. You're like, I can do this. I've done it 100 times. Musical memory improves memory of songs and sound effects. It's like part beatboxer. It's not even just... I guess it's a mime, so yeah, it's repeating things that it hears or sees. Grants a bonus to cloth craft while synthesizing costumes and disguises. Handiwork. I love that. Eye for detail. 1, 2, and 3. Copies the target's nameplate when using Observe. Copies the target's dialogue when using Observe. Copies the target's maximum HP and MP when using Observe. Ooh. Yo, Vicious Mockery. Let's go. That's a D&D reference, I think, right? Specifically D&D. Adds emotional damage over time to parody. All right, reading through this was worth it just for that one line. Outdo the original. Damage dealt by copied abilities is increased. Yeah, because why else would you copy them? Why wouldn't you just play that job? Destiny Bound. When KO'd, Doppelganger's target is also KO'd. I love it, you guys. It's so funny. I mean, obviously, you know what it should do? It should add, like, ears, though. You guys know the mime from FFT? You should get, like, those bunny ears on anytime you, completely copy another character. All right, what else we got? Regine's Magic Mart in Port Sandoria is distributing thank you flyers once again. Furthermore, they have begun test sales of new magical merchandise. This is probably real. The merchandise. Angelica is studying historical paintings to prepare for a new masterpiece. Just look at their poise and grace. Oh, if only such splendid models existed in modern times. I bet you, maybe there's an NPC studying that. I'd be curious. Adventurer gratitude campaign rewards will be adjusted just a smidge. I don't know what that could mean. New synthesis recipes are added. This could be real. Let's see. Because they're telling you the cooking level and the KI required. Sweet red bean soup, fire crystal, sticky rice, cornstarch, maple sugar, adzuki bean, rock salt, distilled water. Hyper deluxe sashimi bowl. I don't know about all that. Earth crystal, tartar rice, rice vinegar, ground wasabi, ginger, Eastern ginger, distilled water, gugur tuna, black sole, bastard bream, gold lobster, shell, giant squid, HQ salmon organ, HQ faba organ. Hold on, you can only fit 8 items in a synth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15 item synthesis, chat. Okay, I bet you this one might be real, but that one definitely isn't. I love it. The size of on-screen damage numbers now scale in proportion to the amount of damage dealt. That rules. I hope that's real. I hope that's real. And it's just for, maybe if it's just for today. A new visual filter has been added to the graphics setting, pixel art. Okay, okay, come on now. Just go back to 2003 and play on the PS2. This is like, this should just say PS2 version. Log window will now display timestamps in Crystal Era time. That'd be helpful for the Wings of the Goddess missions, I guess. How much more do we got? Oh, it's okay. We're almost done. An issue in Conchette Highlands wherein flowers are floating in midair. That might be it. That might be something. The thing is, like, when's the juice worth the squeeze here? That's kind of weird, but also interesting. An issue where the goblins at Mukvik's junk shop remove their masks during lunch breaks. Oh, gross. They have been sternly reminded not to remove their masks. We are deeply sorry for the poor souls who may never see goblins the same way again. Clap. Clap, Square Enix. That's so funny. Also kind of mean. The Shadow Lord has become even more shadowy, rendering him quite the menacing silhouette. This probably isn't real. Home points through Vana'diel have fallen apart again. Despite our craftsman's effort, animal glue is not enough to keep them intact for long, and we are seeking more permanent adhesives. This is real. So all the crystals are all busted to heck. They're all basically the shattered points. All right, let's see. Let's see. All right, let's see how on track you guys were with this. We have... It looks like it's just these posts here. Let's see, 4-1, 331, 331, 331. Come on now. Oh. Wait, when was this posted? Are any updates real? I remember a few were last year. Random NPCs in my Mog Gardens is real. Scoreboard for anybody who guessed that the NPCs in the Mog Gardens was a real thing. Dynamis Zargabard music is swapped. Raminel is running at the speed of light. Regine's Magic Shop is a new NPC selling a new costume for 10,000 gil. It's Regine's Fifth Eye. Aldo with Cape Physics, Prish, Star Sybil, and Luzov. Okay, yep. That one I did think was going to be a thing. So there's costumes at the Magic Shop. Cherry Blossoms on the way to Sky. Okay. Mog Garden NPCs. Camlanot, Eldnarsh, Prish, Ulmia, Liliset, Kate Sith. Cherry Blossoms in Whitegate. All right, what? Wait, what? Okay, that's one place for a tree. All right, well, that was fun, chat. That was a fun little break from typical Horizon grind. I'm gonna go ahead and seek party just to get some rings through. It's fun though. Like they can do these kinds of things. You know, there's a lot more that Screen can do than we can currently do on private servers. But who knows? We'll see what Beastie has in store for everybody in 2 hours. I will be live when the emergency maintenance happens, so we will explore together what Horizon did for April Fools. Assuming it's something. I don't have any insider information, chat. Play some Zim. Dude, I do want to finish that game. Yeah. Don't spoil what the new thing is, chat, if you can avoid it. Dude, Chuck Hannes. I stayed at Druin's place for PAX. This is not a joke. I'm looking through his retro game collection, which is really just a shelf full of stuff that he hasn't touched in years, because he doesn't usually play like physical. He doesn't have a lot of the systems and stuff. And we're just like looking through. We go through like some of the spots. Like, oh, here's like PS3. It's like, oh, here's PS2. And he's like, dude, he's like, here's a game you should try. And he pulls out Rogue Galaxy for the PS2. And he's like, I think you would absolutely love this game. He's like, have you ever played Dark Cloud? I'm like, yeah. And he goes, you would love this game. I'm like, if you're saying this to me unironically, I need you to understand something right now. You're at least the third person to independently. He's like, you should play it on stream. Like the third person to independently tell me I should play this game on stream, or just play it at all, even. Yeah, I was a huge fan of Dark Cloud 1 and 2. I gotta do something about my inventory. No, I'm just screwed. There's really nothing I can do here. I guess well, if I drop the chest key, I'll just get another one. Fang earring, probably the least valuable thing in my inventory. But I'm not going to keep getting more of. Yeah, Cammy. The same team that made Dark Cloud made Rogue Galaxy. Dude, what a great game. That game so holds up today, too. My brother and I played it a bit while I was still down in Virginia. It's got a bit of the old school JRPG grind to it. That is kind of like unavoidable, but mechanically it's still like such a fantastic couple of games. If you're just tuning in, you can see Cashew's status is dead. Clearly. Also, YouTube, hit that like button, hatch that egg. On this fine spring day. Dude, I went for a bike ride last night. It was perfect. Though it's actually like spring mostly here in the Northeast. I wonder how often the Cabrican's Axe actually procs for that slow effect. You were thinking about doing some homebrewing today? I did not end up picking up a starter kit because I was looking into it shortly before my move came up. So, but once I get my own apartment, it's going to be one of the first things I do, Izagi, for sure. I think I know exactly what I want to be doing. And honestly, genuinely, if you do it, you know, you can do it. You can homebrew on the cheap, and I'll actually probably save some money by making some stuff myself. So like, yeah, no, I'd be curious what you're up to. 50% on Earth days. 50%. I decided I'm not going to start with a mead, but yeah, no, I'll probably have a homebrew going before I have a bed frame. It depends upon how much money I save up before I pull the trigger on getting a place. Because on one hand, I really want to be closer to my job, just to have more time more time in the day, essentially. But on the other hand, it's like, well, if I want some extra loot for, you know, getting a bed frame, for example. Boom Caboose says they just joined the chat. They've been playing, haven't played 11 since Abyssia. Is the game still fun? Been having the XI itch lately. Well, I'll give you the quick rundown of what you're even seeing. So this is a private server, which is free to play and is specifically right now the Chains of Promathia era. So, you know, if that's like your speed and you want to just jam some 11, you could be up and running super fast. I happen to be a big fan of the server. You should also know that the original servers are still live. You can still play the PC version of the game. We refer to that as the retail version of the game, similarly to the way World of Warcraft has private servers and it has retail. It's the same thing here. That you do have to pay for, and it is very, very, very different from what you remember, but definitely has a lot of pros and cons to why you'd want to be playing it. If you just want to experience all of the new storylines, if you want to, you know, go and solo Kieran, you know, get some revenge. I'm not liking this. There are other private servers too. Yes, I will concede. But yeah, that's going to cost you like $14 a month. So I don't know. So that's the basic rundown. Yeah, 11's still alive and kicking, has a great fan base, and especially, honestly, in today's world, in today's environment where MMOs are all about huge monetization efforts and, you know, everybody being able to have the best everything at all times, like, you still got to earn what you want in 11, and you still got to, it's a lot of horizontal progression as opposed to vertical, and it's honestly just as good as it ever was. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, enjoy if you end up playing wherever you end up going. Like, welcome to the community. He ate too many Galgan sausages. Ultimately, it was his heart that went. What's my favorite job to play at 75? Thief. I will say, Red Mage Sub Ninja, specifically with my relic though, is insanely fun to play. But I just love Thief's whole kit. Whether it's in a party situation, you know, pulling in Dynamis, H&M. It's just my comfort job. How about you, Fire Radish? What is your favorite job at 75? I'm very curious about Corsair at this level, I will say. I've only ever played it in Modern Retail. Dude, when steel is relevant... No, Aura Steel specifically, Crab. Aura Steel. I just love it. I love taking mob buffs. because it's twofold. It's you are now dispelled, and now I have a special little buff that no one else can have. You only have beast leveled, historically dark, or warrior. Okay, rock on, yeah. So you're into the big two-handed DPS jobs. $75 dancer / Nin, and I would go Sam / War, and we would do a lot. Yeah, no, that's a good. I mean, dancer opens up a lot of especially duo options. I would love to be, you know, when we start looking down the line at Wings of the Goddess for this server, assuming I'm still here, assuming the server's still alive, I would love to be part of the design team for redesigning Dancer. I think it needs its identity, and to not, it needs a more solid identity in 75 era than it had, in my opinion. Animated flourish. Yeah, well, because they didn't go full hog and make Dancer able to tank. I think that's where I think it's a really interesting job as a tank job. But they just didn't. It took them a really long time to understand their own game. What's up, Force Stealer? What did you ask? I think I missed their question, chat. Anybody in the YouTube chat? Can tell me what Force Stealer asked? Yeah, so the idea there was supposed to be, you know, part of Dancer's kit would you would build finishing moves to support your tanking role when you're tanking, or you would use it to support your DPS role when you're DPSing. But because the job was relegated to like mid-level DPS, like every dagger job is, stay off of that soapbox. Hold on, chat. Before I answer any questions, we need a new pet. Death on video? Okay, yeah. So Cashew, you can see Cashew's status is dead. If you look next to Cashew's name, so I don't know, is there another question? Toolbag Shie. Clearly behind the skull, there is not a sword and shield. That is a crossbones. This is Horizon 11, Horizon XI. Chat, somebody in YouTube, actually, I don't know, might need a moderator to put a link in chat, but if you just search Horizon XI, I think you'll get there. How is my EXP ring still on? Man, I forgot how slow Solo Beast actually is. And I can only imagine it just doesn't get better from here. Oh yeah, I'm going to be tanking this soldier crawler till it dies. That was a 1k rampage. Oh, so somebody earlier asked me, why meat over sushi? And I feel like I actually have a valid answer right now. Look at the accuracy of myself and my pet. Not only did I eat meat as the Beastmaster, I'm actually lower on the parse than the pet is. And his accuracy is 98%, or roughly 98. And mine is 95. So that's without sushi. So clearly meat is the play. Mob pets, Steve G. So I have been purposely avoiding mob pets because I don't want to die. Any further questions? No, you can't kill what's already dead. Or how can you kill what is already dead? Major edgelord anime vibes. What's going on, Dino? Why does timers do that? That's really obnoxious. Oh, you know what else I did over the weekend, chat? I played Tabletop RPG in person. We did PAX on Saturday, and then Sunday I joined Druin and his like local gaming group, and we played Draw Steel is the name of the RPG. You shut up, Tucanis. I like what I like. Play Draw Steel. It's a bit snappier than D&D. Come, need one beast. Okay. All right, I got a Beast Burn invite. Yeah. So we did Draw Steel, and it's like a refined. Oh, you know what we did? We made my character on stream. So I was like a half dragon, something. Dragon warrior, and I was like a sage or whatever. But we just did a little, few hour long like one shot. Level 1 characters. We started off fighting a bunch of frogs in the forest, and I need to like send myself some of this. Oh, jeez, I keep cycling my freaking D-box. So we fought some frogs who were basically raiding. Actually, I had a really good moment in this. So, okay, so my character was a spear user, right? A Gisarm. So the game opens up with some frogs raiding this little, like, wood elf village. Oh, how am I supposed to get to... Do I have Cashew outpost? I think I do. Who are raiding? So these frogs are raiding these wood elf things, right? So they're all like basically like, they're squishy, right? Draw Steel is designed where you get into combat, you wreck some face, and then combat ends. Like that's basically the whole TTRPG in a nutshell. So we get in, we just start like destroying these frogs who are like spitting acid and like hitting us with their tongues and stuff like that. We destroy most of them, and then the very last like mid boss sort of frog goes to run away, and basically it's in my attack range because I have a spear and I have a 2 attack range for attack of opportunity, and I roll high enough that I kill it, right? So the very last frog goes to run away, and I absolutely impale it with my spear into the ground. Good times. So one other thing to know about Draw Steel that makes it different from like D&D is every time you use an ability that is an attack, it does damage. So it's a matter of like there's no critical failure, there's no failure roll. There's just a low, medium, and high roll, and then crit. I really hope I have. Cashew, okay. How was PAX East? Dude, so good. The vibe was perfect. I don't I don't see why I would miss this convention ever again. It's like half tabletop, RPGs, board games, Magic the Gathering, and then it's like half like video games, like Nintendo was there. We watched Acquisitions Inc. with what's his name from Critical Role? Matt Mercer was part of the crew. It was like 3 hours long, and it was hilarious, and it was so much fun. Just an absolutely perfect con, in my opinion. So, there's also like insight or charges that can build up for special attacks. Yes, so each class has its own resource that you gain at the beginning of your turn, and then like usually there's some other condition. Like for example, my resource was Fury, and Fury would be gained when you take damage for the first time in combat. And then you spend that to do your big special abilities. And then there's another mechanic in the game called victories. So this is more useful for like as you go along. Okay, it's actually really cool. Let me explain how victories work. So you're in a battle of any kind and you win. You get 1 victory. That means the next battle you go into, your entire party will start with 1 extra resource. Fury, insight, whatever. If you win that battle, you now have 2 victories. So the next battle you go into, you start with +2. Yeah, and as you level up and you get new abilities, they need more charges, but they're stronger and they're cooler or whatever, right? So here's the interesting thing about the way victories work, though. Once you long rest, you lose all of your victories, and they get translated into EXP. So basically, the system works on every fight you fight is 1 EXP. But it makes you progressively more powerful until you long rest. And then you long rest, and then it's time for something else. It's very skirmish heavy. It's very like, the idea is, like I said, you get into combat, you wreck some face, and then you move along is really the way the RPG system works. So here I am. I pin the last frog to the ground, and then we start talking to the elves and druids that all happen to be gathered here. Our wood elf in the party noticed something early on. They're like their wood elf magic just felt dampened. So we kill the frogs. We go and talk to them, and it turns out the wood is being like transformed. It's being magically overtaken by something. And we find out that there was the sort of ground zero for this effect has been kind of like rumored about for a while, and it was this one city that like an alchemist, like all people know is like some alchemist came to town, and then this city basically fell to crumbles months later, like seemingly overnight. And it turns out that it seems as though the poisoned wood has been spreading from that city's location ever since, and now it's pretty much taken over, and we need to go investigate it. So we get into the wood. We get directed to where the actual, like, the direction of the, like, heart of the wood, and encounter basically another game mechanic that the game has, and it's called a montage. So this is all like draw steel, right? I've kind of explained to you the general gist of how characters work. We played with the character editor a little bit on stream, but here's another mechanic in the game, like I said, called montage. It's like our goal is to get to the center of the forest where this city once laid, and how would we do that? So the way we would do that is, traversing. So this is, remember, this is wood that's been taken over by evil magic. So, fighting off more of the frog creatures, avoiding evil magical traps, navigating in the correct direction. So there was like 6 cards, 5 cards, 6 cards, something like that. And each of us as players had to pick a task and then thematically explain what skill our character has that we would be utilizing in order to accomplish this one card as part of this montage. All right, I hope everybody's following. I think it's pretty straightforward. Maybe a visual would help. But there's 5 cards. We need to accomplish all of them. And so what we're looking for is to either complete them all within a certain amount of time. Oh, ads incoming. I'll save the rest of the story for after the ads are done, but I still do have 20 seconds here. So there's 5 cards. You have a low and a medium and a high success, just like you do in combat. And the goal is to get a high success if you can. Let's let those ads play out. When those are done, I'll finish the story. But I'll finish describing what the montage is like because it was kind of fun. I don't know if somebody can let me know when that ends. But I'll be here. Oh, you know what? I should have my oh shit stick on right now. What got me, Epic Taco? Yo, Rick Rock with a 7-stream streak. Let's go. Oh, they're all using sheep. What is the expectation of me here? I don't know, man. You know what got me was my image editing software, dude. Look at Cashew's status above his head. Yeah, definitely a skull. That's definitely not covering anything else. There's definitely no hardcore icon behind the skull. For sure. I should be finished by now. Yeah, I bet. All right, chat. So yeah, we're experiencing this montage, and it's like the way that. So I said like a low, medium, and a high success rate for stuff in Draw Steel. Well, what that actually translates to is like, oh, let me get into this party and start engaging, and then I'll talk about. What exactly that means, because I think it's actually very interesting. So when you're doing something like a montage, low success is like failure. Or no, it's actually failure. I said low, medium, and high. It's failure, pass, and like high success, I guess is a good way to put it. I'll just describe what each of them are like. Failure is something bad happens to the party, hands down. Pass is you successfully complete the thing, but you get some kind of negative effect. And then success is you complete the thing and you get some kind of positive effect. So yeah, you can just barely pass your, you get enough passes to meet all the failures. It's like you need like 5 passes before you get 4 failures, essentially, something like that. So yeah, you can just barely pass, but that doesn't mean you won. It means you got through the objective, but something bad still happens to you. Okay, so that's the montage. So we make our way through this evil woad forest, and we get to the other side. We get to this. We get to the city. Oh, real EXP. Oh, feels nice. And it's been completely overtaken by like vines and thorns and evil evil forest magic. No, don't look at me. And we come upon a dragon made of basically vines and dragon magic. I think there was a fight in between here. I can't remember. Was there a fight? Yeah. So at the gates. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we get through the forest, we find the city, and we come to the gates of it, right? And there are druids and woad elves guarding the gates. Okay, well, I thought that the bad magic was bad. So one of them gets aggressive towards us, and our party kills it, fights it or whatever, and gives it a good slash with a sword or something, right? It turns out that the elves and druids have been infested with plants. There's like plants living in their bodies. So now we're fighting. We're at the gates, and we're trying to like. We got to break through the skin. Like they basically need to die twice. Once the unless you have a, hey, with a raid. Encryption. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. My name's Quetch. I'm currently talking about the tabletop RPG I was playing over the weekend, and fighting some Taramas on my totally not dead hardcore character. What were you guys up to? Appreciate the raid. One of my mods, can I get a shout out over to Encryption stream? (5-3), unfortunately. COP? Or... It's gotta be COP, right? Because I think the main mission only goes to 2. I forget, actually. COP, yeah. Unfortunately. Tenzen. Oh, right. Yikes. Good luck. You're at the... honestly, probably one of the top 3 hardest things in the game. Is that the temple where all the mobs are invisible? Is that actually like working now? Oh. And why is my accuracy such butt? What is my accuracy? I can't even see it because I'm not on the charts. 68%? Oh, dude, I'm swapping to dual Viking axes. Are you kidding me right now? What are we fighting? Oh, the bandit. This is a cluster. All right, take care, Encryption. Best of luck on your COP journey. I'm probably underskilled as well, so that would explain a lot. Big boom booms. Yeah. Okay. Actually, I'll go back to telling the Draw Steel story as soon as I feel like I'm in a nice, capable spot. Am I the sink? No. Lika is the sink. 10 accuracy should be 5%. So it's probably going to start averaging back down soon. But it also is going to be based on the mob levels. All right, yeah, okay. So we find out that all these guys are plant-based, right? So this gate is like, it's like three NMs essentially standing on top of the gate, a bunch of the little fodder mobs blocking our way, and we fight through the fodder mobs. One person uses like a tool to like yank someone off of the top section. And you know, we're just fighting stuff, okay? I had a lot of fun with my character. I wanna express that because it's a one shot. It's something that will possibly never happen again. So I think it's cool to talk about like the fun moments. My character has wings. As part of my character trait, you get to spend like 5 points or something. And remember, I'm like half dragon, right? So I got to spend my 5 points, and I picked 2 things. I picked having wings and resistance to corruption, which is weird given my character's backstory. It's actually antithetical to my character's backstory now that I think about it. Anyway, so there's one like NM remaining on the top, and I take my turn. I fly to the top, and my only crit of the game, chat. My only crit. I use my move that can. One of the big things about Draw Steel is you do a lot of positional controlling in this game. So some characters will push units, some characters will slide units to the left and right, or some do both. But like crowd control via movement is actually a big thing. So like all characters have like a little bit of ranged option, a little bit of movement option, because the idea is there's a lot of movement happening in combat that isn't the direct result of a move action, if that makes sense for RPG heads out there. So my one move that moves somebody to the left or right, I get a crit on. So I get to the top of that castle gate, and I absolutely launch the last character off of the ledge. Just maximum result. Just launch them off of the edge, and their plant form dies. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say about the plant forms. So you either have to kill an enemy twice, once to remove its outer shell essentially, and then a second time to kill the plant, or you have some kind of reasoning as to why the outside shell, the plant inside would die before the outside shell. For example, psychic damage would kill the plant before it would kill the shell, because the shell doesn't have a brain. Did you do a Wilhelm scream? No, but it absolutely would have been apt. What's the system, Robot Ryan? It is Draw Steel. So yeah, my character absolutely nests with a baseball bat, crits this guy off the side of the top, and kills him, and that's over. So here we go. We travel into the city. We cut through some vines, and we come to like an old warehouse that seems to still be standing while the rest of the city is in crumbles. And inside there, we meet with a dragon that is hoarding natural objects. For whatever reason, the magic of this place decided that there was like a power vacuum, you know, where like all this bad magic was taking over the place, but there's like all this good magic that needs a home. So it created a sort of elemental dragon to hoard those objects. So so the dragon thrusts us into another one of Drawsteel's mechanics, and the other major mechanic I want to mention because I think is cool is negotiation. Very similar to the montage, but also very different. So essentially, dead? Yes, Porridge, look. Cashew's status? Cashew's status is dead. Sorry to say that his status is dead. So, negotiation with the dragon, right? The dragon has secret things, secret, I guess, motives, and secret things that it does not, that are bad. And you have to take turns. Each player gets, it's 2 rounds, so each player gets 1 turn in each round to either help, 1 second. To either help a fellow player character, or just either to discover information by talking to the dragon, or to make an appeal to the dragon. And if you land on one of the things it likes, you get a success. But the dragon also has patience. And that's the key component here. Is you have like 4 units of patience, but you need 5 successes. And if you land on things the dragon doesn't want, that's like a double negative to both of those things, right? All that said, it looked like this. We would recommend something to the dragon, such as, what if we fixed the land and cleansed it from the dark magic, and then you went and lived in the forest? That was bad. The dragon wanted to stay exactly where it was. So we lost patience on that one, and we got a failure. Another player appealed to the dragon's greed. Of course, we know you want more things. We'll find things for you. That was good. However, it was like a success. However, we still lost patience because the success on the die was a medium success and not a high one. So, so at the end of the day, we did end up convincing the dragon to let us leave with our lives. That Viking axe was absolutely the right play. I'm number 2 on the bars now. And that allowed us to go deeper and find the chemist who was like destroying the forest or whatever. So that's the system of negotiation. I explained it kind of poorly, but I feel like the major point got across. There's like systems to these checks, and it overall created a relatively fun there's a lot of good texture to the game, and I had a really great time. Yeah, exactly, Porridge. Yeah. Drawsteel is very nice. It's a very nice blend of a snappy fighting system paired alongside of fun role-playing systems at the expense of not having a ton of options for character creation. It was semi-limited in that regard. But they're planning on adding more expansiveness to the characters and stuff. Honestly, it was a fun enough fighting system that if my only good character progression came from like actually playing and you know, leveling up and getting the access to the other abilities that the certain classes offer, I'd be fine with it. Like, it's fun. It felt more like a board game. Somebody who develops board games made this than it did like a D&D alternative. But all TTRPG vibe. Doesn't the tiger do more damage? In theory, although I will say that Melodia has been out damaging me here. My tiger. And that could just be me being bad on cooldowns. I don't actually know. Also, the DPS differences might be them guys getting haste and not me, like at some percent of the time. I'm avoiding a goblin rush here by waiting till it TP moves. So anyway, yeah, it was PAX on Saturday. It was Draw Steel on Sunday. Friday night, I played some Commander at Druin's local Magic store. I probably played 5 or 6 games of Commander over the weekend, which is way more than I play like ever nowadays. Dude, it was fantastic, and like I said earlier, I would not miss PAX East again for anything if I could help it next year, or however. I mean, it's the perfect vibe of a con I want. Window opens in 20 minutes. Yeah, I might just do that. I guess it depends upon how this party goes, because we also have the, whoa, why do you got a red exclamation? It depends upon the emergency maintenance and how that goes, and if we want to regroup. Dude, I haven't dug in like a month, if not more, because of my new work schedule. It's just not conducive to random hours of the day having something going on. Yeah, I mean, there's a number of factors, right? Like, the other thing I was thinking of is, you know, the server might be down on day change, or down before day change, so I can't even get out there in time while I'm still in this party. Like, maybe I'll catch a couple of windows tonight, but potentially not the first one, which stinks because it'll be Dark Stay anyway. Where's my pet? Oh, it's in there. Okay. Saber is 6th on the parse, behind 2 Melodias. Those players might be using Sushi though, so that could potentially be the difference here. And I have that meat on for far too much longer. But it's okay because it's like fine. A little bit of survivability. Cashew's damage is okay. Am I capped on axe yet? I am. Okay. Melodia is cheaper, if I recall. So there is that. I could save a little gil. Not much, though. Ugh. Rampage for 115. No, dude, not like this. Oh, I didn't have Madrigal on. Oh no. How could I be so bad at this game? Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I was thinking when I first decided on Beastmaster. You know, like, solo EXP is not, like, the way you get to 75. Like, you absolutely are partying along the way. Jeez, my rampages suck right now. Like, I expected to be doing way more solo farming, but... Or solo, Yeah, Goblin Pets if you're not hardcore, in my opinion. Hardcore changes that. That's a good question. How long until... Full maintenance. $18K an hour EXP. With ring? Maybe. Maybe that's accurate. Jeez, why are my rampages so bad? It's got to be my accuracy. What is the time remaining on this? 2 minutes. Oh, that stupid treasure pool keeps popping up right there. Over the chat. I don't like that one being there. Let's move that to here, maybe? We're gonna be 62 in no time. Not that 62 is a big a big deal or anything, but one step closer to 75, I guess. No, it's not clickbait. If you look at Cashew's status, you can see above his head. I know it's hard to believe, but I edited the DAT myself. And his status is clearly dead. Pour one out for Cashew. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, we lost chain. That sucks. Maybe it's just a high-level Tarama. Poured out a cup of cashews. You know, they always said he was a hard nut to crack. I edited the icon, right? Yeah. Porridge, you tell me where I all right. You gotta define clickbait here, right? Because if I were lying, then it'd be the bad kind of clickbait. But since I'm telling the truth, it's just the thumbnail. I didn't mean to turn it. Please do a crappy rampage so it doesn't turn very, very long. Good. 91 rampage. Perfect. Yeah, I actually really want sushi for this party, sadly. I mean, I'm not dead last on the pars. Oh, Blaster gets you regardless. Dang. But I'm not... Like, I could be doing more damage. And we might be keeping chains better. Cashew is dead in the same way FF11 is dead. Somebody call an ambulance. But not for either him or FF11. Stupid. I don't like my back being turned. There we go. $18 minutes until Horizon's emergency maintenance that happens to be on April the 1st. Yes, Poppy. This is my... Oh, actually, you know what? I haven't told it this stream, Cashew is hardcore. He's the only one of my 3 characters that I can get 75 hardcore on. And if he dies, I am not deleting him because he's level 100 bone crafting. So this is my only shot at hardcore. If this character dies, I will not be doing it again. You know what, Porridge? I actually, as a YouTube viewer, I actually really get behind that. When I've got to like wade through clickbait titles for like huge YouTube accounts that are like maybe it's a YouTube account about like science or something. Can you not just tell me the thing you're expressing in your video? Like the biggest chemical reaction science has ever seen, like, is fine. It's fine, but like we mixed gallium with potato salad. Like, I don't know, you know, like sometimes I just don't want, like, if it's a big channel, you already know I'm gonna watch your video. Why do you gotta like sucker me into watching it? Imagine if the server made all hardcore characters play the death animation randomly. That is cold and rude and evil. The last time I played Horizon, I got 2 hardcores killed in one party on accident. Poffy, you stay far away from my party. I know we just met. You were completely wrong about this thing. Watch this video. It turns out I was right the whole time. Dude, 1000% that. Why did I got a rampage right when it uses the freaking blaster move? Woof, just saved the white mage's life. Holy cow. Oh. Did I? Or nah? What's going on with my... Why isn't it healing? Oh, because I was paralyzed. If they keep their sheep on this, it might get somebody killed. And that ain't somebody ain't me, chat. If anything even so much as glances at me, I'm warp scrolling out of here. This XP camp is so iconic because it's like 75 is so close. Yeah. No, and this camp will especially if you particularly if you don't unlock Sky, this camp is gonna serve you until like 66 or something. So a lot of people will remember this especially from Era as being like a camp you might just be at for such a long period of time because of one person in your party doesn't have Sky, but you want to get EXP with that person. Helped with a Glacier Wind and Thief Legs for my hardcore. Fought a Ninja NM without knowing. It imagined, and you had 71 HP left. I full-timed my MDT set. If you full-timed it from there on out, that's hilarious. Where do you go after this? Babiki Bay is one of them, yeah. Again, aside from Sky... Oh, you full-timed it from the jump. That's funny. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Then you got lucky, because that's pretty low health right there. Well, I lost my fight command. Babiki Bay is a little dangerous. I think as a beast burn, it'd be fine. But if I'm doing like a trad party, I don't know if I'd go there. Because like an unhandled link might go wrong. So, what else is there though, chat? You've got this camp. You've got Babiki Bay. Those ones I know, off the top of my head. Cape Tarragon. Where's the chat? Real question. Where's the safest place to log out or get disconnected from in this spot right here? Is it on the circle? Is it on the fossil? Don't risk it. Just go back to Juno. Not worth 5 minutes of EXP. Oh, last boss. Okay. We're calling last boss here anyway, chat. Or maybe one of the party members might talk him out of it. Because they got 500 TNL. Where O spawns so you can auto-claim it when you log back in. Yeah, that sounds terrifying as shit. Oh, it starts on Fire's Day, Ariel? Oh, okay. Maybe we set up for some of that then. No, I'm warping. I'm 1000% warping. As long as I pay attention to the time, we'll be good. Oh, it's the second day. So Darkstay was the first day. Yeah. I mean, just, yeah. Darkstay sucks. 'I can't hit this freaking mob. Four minutes. This is the last boss for me. I got a scroll of Shell Raw 4. Let's go. I gotta hit this war button the moment this mob dies. Somebody's weapon skill it, please just kill it. Just die, just go, just die, just okay. This is not a zone you want to log back into under any circumstances. We'll definitely get the 62 today. That puts us 4 levels away from the final hardcore reward I'm super interested in, which is the body, to have the full set. I'll get the Laurel Crown at 71, which is okay, but not like, I'm not super after it. And then, of course, I want 75 just for completion's sake. But yeah, it was a fun little party. We got what I assume is going to be April Fool's maintenance in just a moment here, chat. $71 for the Laurel Crown, right? Yeah, and then 75 for completion's sake. 66 for the body, I think is all correct. Oh, that's loud. I'm just gonna shut down. Throw on some Space Roast. Listen up. Actually, you know what I can do even, is we can go to here. We're gonna play a couple mini games while we wait for the server to come back up. I'm not even sure if it's gone down yet. But yeah, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna grab a snack. Use the restroom. Server still up. Light, just let me know when it goes down, all right? Post something in chat for me if you wouldn't mind. I'll be back in like 3-4 minutes, chat. Aspie popped? Oh no.
We're getting close to 3 years.
Now get ready for a battle royale.
Is the server down yet, chat? Thanos, thank you for the resub. Getting R0 now? Okay. Here comes Yojimbo. Let's go. I'll join you guys. Maintenance on a Wednesday? It's not just any Wednesday. You might have typed it too early, Izagi. Oh, team left. It shouldn't be case sensitive. I think you were just too early. You were too early and then too late. It's a tough window to get. You really want to wait for the gong to strike. Yo, what's up, drone? Oh, I didn't tell about the final battle. The final battle, chat, was with the alchemist, who was experimenting with some green goo in a basement. And because we were running out of time, we're just like, let's skip all the exposition and just go whoop his ass. And whoop ass did we. Yeah, he had a lot of health. Like shot thorny vines at us. What was the thing, Druin?
Now get ready for
Plant tentacles. Somebody was like, "Oh, it's hitting us with those, I don't know, plant tentacles." Oh man, they sure are getting us. Somebody else goes, "Vines?" And the whole table's like, yes, vines, thank you. It was you. You said plant tentacles, and I'm sticking to my guns. Let's go. Those moments are what make it. Absolutely. Like that's one of the things that's gonna like stick with me, you know, as I think about, you know, like also for me, it was my first time IRL playing a tabletop RPG, and it's like, it's so weird. Like I don't know how I avoided it for so long. Like I've always been a huge video game RPG nerd. I've always been a tabletop gamer, and I'm not sure. I just didn't have the right group or the right person or the right scenario to make me want to sit down. But like pencils, paper, crafts, you know, like little crafted objects. Like we had from Druin's past, they had made this little archway that they have used in a number of tabletop RPG sessions that was like made of like foam core. Yo, we got a new channel member, Matthew. Thank you so much for the membership. Enjoy your chocobo egg that will one day hatch as well. And yeah, super appreciate the support. A famous one for our group was standable ground when talking about some dodgy quicksand areas in the desert caves. Well, if we don't have standable ground, how are we going to get through this? But just like I've always like messed with like crafts. Like you guys, I've shown you guys like my hand painted magic magic altars I've done. Like I've always been like the crafty stuff. It's like it's such the perfect intersection of the things I'm into. I went to acting school, you know, like, and what the heck am I doing? What am I doing not playing tabletop RPGs? Like, it doesn't make sense. All right, team, I'm going to be team left this time. You guys got 19 seconds. Type left or right in chat. You guys are following me? Oh, you're wild.
Right side wins.
We suck again. All right, if you're just tuning in, we are waiting for the server to come back up for what is probably an April Fool's patch, but is not being labeled as such. TTRPGs also have been huge into the last 10-ish years. That's fair, but I will say, like, my local game shop that I grew up going to definitely had, like, DDR. D&D nights, and like I had crossover between my friends who I played Magic with and my friends who played D&D. Like it hasn't been that far from the circles and interests that I've been involved in. If they launched Tau and nobody believed it, do we just beeline for the boat? No, I would say the answer is no to that. That would be... Well, first of all, they promised us that they'll give people lead time so they can take off work. So... All right, we got another Battle Royale coming up, chat. Best of luck. May the odds ever be in your favor.
For a Battle Royale.
I'm camping the server notice. Actually, I could probably just open the launcher. Alright, it looks like it's online, but in, like dev mode. Whoa, weird. Who won? I missed it. Luckily, chat, if you guys didn't know this, you can always... Oh, it was me. You can always see the results. Wait, why is Elks... That's hilarious. You can always see the results of anything that happens in the minigames in the Discord. I have a bot that posts it to the Discord whenever it happens. It's called Avatar Events, and it's in the top section. And yeah, if you're ever like, what did I win, or who got a thing or whatever, it's always automatically posted in there. How do you play? You have to be either a Twitch subscriber or a YouTube member. And you get your own avatars. Like this handsome monk fellow right here. Or this dragoon without a spear. Just got his adventurer's certificate. Or this Mithra thief that I can't seem to grab for some reason. It's me. Like this stream to hatch the chocobo. Why, thank you, Call Me Quetch. All right, when the gong strikes, you want to type left or right in chat, everybody. You got it this time? Listen for the gong. I think this will be a good one. Get your choices in. Ooh, team left. Team left is stacking. Hey, get wrecked.
Right side wins.
A game is way more fun when people participate. Yeah, we have a couple new signups. Like Matthew, you can edit your avatar by, well, anybody. You can edit your avatar by going to the links in the description of the video, and you'll see edit avatars or whatever will be right there. So you can pick up some gear or whatnot. Is the server back up yet? Still no notice. Okay, what do we want to do? Let's I'm not wanting to load Zim now. Oh boy. Shiva got you guys. If I get started on Zim, I'm not gonna want to stop, or we're gonna get involved in something. So we're just gonna hang tight right here. Server back up. Oh, perfect. Koibin, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I'm 31st in the queue, chat.
Now get ready for a battle royale.
Oh, we got another BR. Pub will be the only job available at launch. Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. I'm terrified of what I'm about to log into. All right. Well, for starters, let's let this fight finish off, and then I'll swap over to my gameplay screen. No Tau, no. All right. Whoops. I mean, it's all pure luck. There's no, like, your weapon doesn't matter, there's no stats or anything like that. I'm not seeing anything fun. I'm not seeing any funny business yet, chat. But I'm gonna start getting prepped for chocobo digs anyway. I'm not seeing any announcements of any kind. Stuck in acquiring player data. That stinks. Did you get into the queue at all? Fruit cup. I could sell that. Oh yeah, let me write that in my... One sec, chat. I'm talking to myself real quick. / add-on load hgather show. / hgather clear. Oh, restarting help? Nice. No funny business yet, which is surprising, to be honest. Naru. Change job. White mage. Sub black mage. This is my digging outfit. $80 and $74. We'll put this here, 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 here. I don't need the Scout's Bouquet. Scout's Brecca. What is the green thing? The body piece? The Marlboro crafting apron? Where was that from, chat? That's like one of the one of the rewards. Anniversary quest, maybe? It's totally a Starbucks Starbucks outfit. Now I'm wanting coffee. What the heck? Triggered. Absolutely triggered. I'll tell you what it's called, and then you can look it up in the wiki. It is the... Marble Apron. There is a viscous clot near the clam spot. That's always there. It's just usually pretty far, right? Am I wrong, chat? Yeah, it's just normally in the water, like, far enough. What's going on, Zelmond? It is the Easter event. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. We just go dig. We go digging. Digging for O-R-E, I could take this time to go synth some of those items on Cashew that have been clogging my inventory. Let's teleport out first, I guess. I don't know why I'm running to the Mog House. YouTube, hit that like button, hatch that egg. We're not far off from hatching a new chocobo this evening. Appreciate everybody. If you missed the earlier part of the stream, Cashew is not actually dead. I'm gonna move H-gather. Oh, I just saw your TDS there, Thados. We're getting close to 3 years. Wow, you're right. Dang. Cashew's status is dead, chat. Man, I raised the price of these. Somebody came in and undercut me, didn't they? Son of a gun. People here are allergic to money, dude. All right. How much time we got? Like 10 minutes. Cashew is fine, but I did change his status icon. It actually looks pretty good with the Beastmaster AF, doesn't it, chat? It like kind of like fits. Like, I don't know. He looks like a pirate, like a... I don't know, like a pirate look. I don't know what I'm saying. But when am I going to have the video when he actually dies? The thing is, I won't know. Here's the dead giveaway. The dead giveaway. Here's the real giveaway, Porridge. I won't know if he dies until it happens. So the thumbnail will never... well, I guess it won't start. Like, if I'm live, the thumbnail won't say Cashew's dead. You know what I mean? I would say look to... Okay, here, I'll actually make a little bit of a commitment on that one. No, you're right, you're right. I'll make a little bit of a commitment on this one. The thumbnail will be mostly black. If you guys watched my hardcore run with the Iron Man group, the very final thumbnail was my sailor character with an all black background around it. That will be your clue. This is a benefit to those of you who are on stream right now hanging out. You're watching the live stream. Or maybe you're watching the VOD later on this week. This is for you people who see this video. That will be what the thumbnail will be. It will be a mostly black background. And until you see that, you can be sure that Cashew's alive. It's literally, yeah, it's literally the skull emoji from, like, Google search. Can other people see this? No. So this is my particular pivot file. I just edited... freaking Sithels XI. Damn, my brain stopped functioning apparently. Sithels XI view pack. I edited. Am I going to pause the stream to watch the moon launch? This is so weird. Is it really happening? I feel like I'm getting... Is this the reverse April Fools? Or are we real? Is anything real? Is the moon landing real? All right, now I'm going to log over to Quetch and we'll go get ready for digs. Made a little bit of inventory space, which is nice. Oh, why did I sell wind crystals? That was stupid. You know what I just realized? If Mimic were real in this game, you would mimic the Corsair to put up rolls, and then you would mimic like the Warrior to be a DPS. It's real, but they're not landing on the moon on this mission. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that would have been a much more advertised thing, right? I mean, it absolutely would have been. So what is it they're looking? Okay, elk. If I'm to believe this, I need a convincing What is the mission? What is the purpose of the mission? Convince me here. Okay, it's a flyby of the moon. It's a manned flyby. What am I looking for? Oh, cons. I have to be very careful when chocobo digging, chat. If I leave too many tabs up, it'll crash my stream. The purpose is to validate the Orion spacecraft's life support, navigation, and safety systems in deep space. Okay, great. So far, I am still convinced. Is the Orion the return shuttle? What is the Orion in regards to this mission? I never ping the Discord. Oh well. Oh, Ryan? No, he works in catering. You know him from next door. Dude, I'm with you. This is exciting to hear about. It's interesting to me that I was not aware there was a thing like this going on, but at the same time, it's for research purposes. It's not like going to the moon, like landing on the moon, which is like huge cultural impact, right? So I understand why I haven't heard about it until now. So this is really cool. So I appreciate you guys sharing. This weather, by the way, should not last. The Orion is a 4-person capsule designed for deep space, so not like a typical space rocket for low Earth orbit stuff. He also works in catering. Yeah, it's Al. We're waiting for chocobo digs. Specifically, specifically this moon phase of waxing crescent between 5% and 24% during weather in certain zones. You have something like a 1% chance of digging up elemental ore. It's the end game of chocobo digging is this 8-hour time span during the moon cycle in Vana'diel. It is in fact on retail too, yes. Believe it or not, chocobo digging on Horizon is largely unchanged from retail. There are a couple of significant differences in terms of like, I wouldn't even call them significant. There are a couple of tweaks in terms of like item availability and like how zones are restocked, but overall, it's largely the same. Yeah, so two things there. Instead of being called wing skill here, it's just chocobo digging. And you can start at level 0. In fact, you have to start at level 0. It's in terms of ore gathering, no. Ore gathering, you have to be level 60, which is what makes it the end game of digging. Increase in the number of items a day. No, so the way retail works is items are randomly stocked in zones. Like every 15 minutes, like a handful of items are stocked. Something like that. It would be awful for the way Horizon works. Like, the way it is here is absolutely the healthiest way. There could be improvements on it. Don't get me wrong, but compared to retail, it's way more healthy of a behavior to participate in than the way retail has it. Oh, the number of items a day. Oh, I see. No. If it's not exactly like retail, it's close. Because retail has a fatigue system. But yes, every 10 levels, that is what you get, is more fatigue, essentially. I wonder how long this weather is going to stay. How does one track the weather to find out? You use the wiki. Today, clouds, dust storm chances. Tomorrow, nothing. Which is why I'm rather sure this weather is going to die. Like, I think maybe we get like 10 digs in. Although I've seen weather can persist past day change. For a fairly long period of time before. Don't mind me, my camera's going to be a little weird at times. Oh, fire ore off the bat! Let's go! Holy cow! That's got to be one of my earliest ore ever. Dude, I've gone full 8-hour shifts without seeing one. Second dig is huge. No, not the already dug this. I hate it so much. Please, devs, can we make it so it's not so punishing? I doubt it. I bet you there's a packet reason we can't do that. I'd have to ask. But yeah, there's whole strategies to how you hunt for ore. It's a very Ooh. Pash didn't pop? What? Dude, we were playing with fire just now. Fire, ore, get it? There's no weather for Pash today. Oh, what? Okay then. this is one of the rarest situations to be in. I'll explain a little bit more in a minute. But yeah, wild that. Like, I agree with you, Ariel, in the respect that it's kind of archaic. I don't mind that it's a thing that you have to have moved three yalms. There's got to be some kind of movement. You literally just can't stand in one space, spamming the same digging spot. But the fact that it locks you out your entire dig cycle is the part that bothers me. Yeah. It should just... Your problem is that it's not consistent? Oh, okay. So yeah, I was saying this is kind of a rare scenario. So Cashew almost always has weather, while Cons is pretty spotty. So Cons having weather and not Pash not having weather is below average, I would say. But the thing that makes this interesting is Rolandberry doesn't have weather today either. So this is one of the few instances of going to the Rolandberry Pashow line and waiting specifically only for fog is the right play from where I am right now. For those of you who don't know, fog is a weather condition that can occur in any zone between the hours of 2 and 7 Vana'diel time. So you can, for a zone that might not rain or whatever, might get fog. So that's what I'm going to be waiting for in the zone line here. This is just a really rare kind of pattern. It doesn't mean it's any better than anything else, but it could be really good if nobody else is speccing in the same way I am. But now that I'm talking about it live on the internet, who knows? Yeah, basically we're looking for fog in either Pash or Roland. But the other thing about Rolandberry is it's typically dug by people who aren't looking for ore as well. So, whatever. Might work out, might not. Fire ore should be like 130k still. $120. Just looked it up. Whenever there's a few than just a handful of folks in the zone, I can get that message within 7 seconds of digging. I see what you're saying. Yeah. I think that's in terms of where the server thinks you are versus where you are on your own screen. So, yeah, I don't know. You just literally have to wait like 1 second longer before you start digging. Keith with the 33 months. Cashew's status is dead, dude. Appreciate the follow, Poppy. Thanks, man. How did the art show you were going to with the 3D printed stuff go? Sold a ton. Yo, let's go. You're hoping for fog and Marifatod? Yeah, I've been there. I've done. I've had some success on the Marifetod Saramog line before. Saramog is a fun spec. Like some people will dig it outside of Ore Window, but sometimes people won't. So sometimes it's a good good spec. How's the job going? Great. Super enjoying it. Yeah, we they're talking about like expanding and stuff. So like I'm glad I got in when I did. You know, they went on like they were just hiring extras, like extra people to have like overstaff purposely. And now that I'm there, I'm like really settling in. So I feel like I got a good, you know, got a good long ride planned with this place. I'm really enjoying it. Fog. Please have stuff in the ground. Ah, no, dude. Why? Why did you dig, chat? It was you, wasn't it? It was a kind of early fog, too. I'd say mid-range fog. We did it. It was all us. You and your puny chocobo. Doesn't have half the digging skill of mine. Alright, well now we wait. Run around like an idiot. I'm not going to any other zones. This is it. This is my spec. And I'm sticking to it. I mean, if we hit fog soonish, I could be digging here until 7. Like, I doubt. How many people are even in the zone? Yeah, there's 5 of us. Yeah, 5. Is there an equally intricate system for gathering, mining, logging? No, there is not. In fact, I believe the devs even said that they won't be adding something like that. Because it's been suggested. It's a cool idea. Know anyone that knows how to build a Wix website well? I mean, I don't, but honestly, dude, give it a try. I don't think... I mean, you got this far. Getting a basic thing up and running... and just tinkering with it and seeing, you know, where, you know, what you can do, what without much experience might get you somewhere. And yes, essentially they are too simple. Chocobo digging is specifically was specifically designed by the FF11 devs to be a skill, while mining, logging, etc. is just a helm activity. Oh, there's someone back here. All right, I know at least one person in the zone that's not on a chocobo looking for ore. You wish you went Shopify? I mean, it's also not too late to change. I guess. Well, because you could Could you not like keep the URL but change the? I actually don't know. Actually, I'm talking out of my ass. $400 in the trash if you change. Yeah, there you go. I see what you're saying now. I mean, I don't know. Wix is pretty popular for kind of the small business thing that you're doing. So, I don't know, man. Best of luck. You know, hope you can get things working as smoothly as you would like. I hope we get fog. 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 It's a stone monument with a turtle on it. A turtle, you say? What does it all mean? What if turtles picked up someone's dropped staff, and that's how Quado's got in business? You mean like a turtle like picked up like a light staff, and it somehow infused them with like sentience? You ever seen you guys ever seen like shorts or whatever where there's like a cat who looks like it suddenly came into like thought? I don't know why, but those make me laugh. Like okay, hold on. Moment cat became self-aware, caught on video. Well, something about these kind of things just makes me laugh, man. Oh, oh my gosh, it's so click intensive bullshit. What happened to Cashew? I'll show you. As soon as this fog doesn't pop. Yeah, it wasn't what I was looking for. All right. GG's. You were watching a video of gooses attacking people earlier. That sounds like a good time. I did 12 digs, and we got 1 ore. I'll take that. I'll take that ratio. It's a good start to the day. All right, well, chance for fog ends in like 20 seconds here. And I'm not seeing anything about any April Fool's stuff, so man, I misjudged it. Apparently, it was literally to fix server lag, I guess. Who knows? All right, and that is going to be a GG. I'll log over to Cashew for a minute here. All right. If you are tuning in late for whatever reason and you haven't seen, Cashew's status is dead, but Cashew himself is very much still alive, and hardcore status is still on lock. I just edited the DAT. If you really want to see the full explanation, I would say watch the first 2 minutes of the YouTube video, and you'll understand where I'm coming from. But I'm gonna head out and eat dinner, you guys. I got about an hour until we're meeting for our FFD20 TTRPG stuff. So I want to make sure I've eaten before that. And I'm going to try to get in a late night stream this week. I've been on and off. I've had stuff going on IRL plus the job and things like that. So I've been having a hard time sneaking something like that in, but I'm gonna make an extra effort to do it this week. FF style D&D, yeah. If you haven't seen my channel, Poffy, on YouTube, I have 3 videos of our first 3 sessions, and at least the third one is definitely worth watching. I like the first 2. I think there's a lot of heart in them, but by the third one, I really got my editing style down. But it's all FF11 tabletop RPG gameplay, and I don't know. It's just been super fun. So YouTube, hit that like button on your way out. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Twitch, we are going to find somebody to raid on over to. And of course, if you want to stay in touch outside of stream hours, hop in the Discord, linked down below. And as we continue, so you'll be able to catch all my videos as we work on getting Cashew Hardcore 75. Let's see. Matako. Oh. This is a restream of when Matako did 1 through 15 FF. And this is when they were doing 11. Okay, that's interesting. But I'm not going to raid that. I'm going to raid a channel that's live. Of course, we're going to go on over to our friend ALR. Friend of the stream. Super cool dude. And also going to be chasing elemental ores. So, yeah. Have a great rest of your evening, everybody. It's been a pleasure hanging out. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you guys in the next one, all right? Peace out.